Today we have a very special guest with us. It is my honor to introduce you, Denise Bar Aharon, the CEO and founder of Make-A-Wish Israel, the Israeli branch of the international organization. Denise, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And Denise has a, I would say, amazing and touching life project to share with us about your work at Make-A-Wish Israel. So please tell us a little bit about the organization. I understand it started here in our region.
Yes, it did. It started in Phoenix, Arizona, by a little boy named Chris. He was 7 years old and he wanted to be a police officer. And his mother in the Phoenix Police Department made his wish come true. He was able to give tickets to people. He was in a helicopter. It was remarkable. He was a sworn-in trooper, and then he passed away. And since his wish, his legacy, 500,000 wishes have been granted in the world.
Wow. That's amazing. And you founded the Israeli branch.
Yes.
Even though I hear your Los Angelino accent. So what made you start? When did you arrive to Israel, and how it all started in Israel?
Okay. Well, thank you. My husband and I co-founded Make-A-Wish, Avi, in my brother's name. My brother was at Hebrew University doing his master's, and after he passed away from this horrific disease of cancer, we decided to start Make-A-Wish in Israel 26 years ago, and 5,000 wishes later. We're very blessed to be able to do this in his honor.
I see. So it's first of all, it's moving and touching the way you were able to take your personal sorrow and personal story into such a wonderful organization.
Thank you.
What do you do in Make-A-Wish? How do you make a child's wish come true?
Well, we come into the lives of these children at the most vulnerable time, and we usually get the referrals from the social workers in the hospital. And they say, this child needs a push. They need help. They don't want to do their treatments anymore. And we say, if we come to them and we ask them, what is your greatest wish? Then perhaps it can help the whole process. We feel that it's part of the medical journey, that the doctors give the medicine and Make-A-Wish gives the magic. And we ask them 4 simple questions. If you could be anything, what would that be? If you could go anywhere, meet anyone, or have anything, what would that be? And when their one true wish is granted, and you'll see that by a little girl that hopefully will show named Ella, then they believe that they can also wish to be well. So some examples, if I may, are I want to go to Argentina and meet my grandparents because I made Aliyah when I was an infant. Or I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. I want to be the CEO of Google. And so the CEO of Google steps aside and the child sits with him for a day. I want to meet Barbra Streisand and Shimon Peres. And we had that, which I have a short clip of Barbara and Shimon Peres welcoming a child. And even all denominations, all religions, I want to meet the Pope. And when the Pope came to Israel, he met 7 Christian wish children. A wish child, by the way, is somebody between the ages of 3 and 18 with a critical illness. Of all religions, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Baha'i, come to us, and we reciprocate with people around the world. We're in 50 branches globally.
So you're like this fairy, right? You open your email in the morning, you get wishes from kids, and you just fulfill them.
Wow.
Amazing. So,
not just me. We have an incredible board of directors. Veer Benedict, the Israeli actor, who is now on the set of Golda. They're making a movie with Helen Mirren. He is our chairman of the board. And then we have ambassadors.
A movie by Oscar winner Guy Nativ.
Yes, Guy Nativ is doing that, and he's been there for 6 weeks, and he said it's going to be a remarkable. She might even win the Oscar for that, Helen Mirren. But so that is our Yoshev Rosh, and our staff are incredible women, all women. As a matter of fact, we have an incredible group of people from our board of directors, some well-known personalities that always help, and ambassadors, global ambassadors. As a matter of fact, last year, Noah Kirel, who is an incredible pop star in Israel, And globally, she will be tremendous. She's our ambassador of goodwill, as is Imbar Levi, who is from The Imposters and Lucifer, and now on the set of Fauda. And Lior Suchald, he's also engaged with us in a beautiful way. We have a lot of wonderful people that want to help this mission of children with life-threatening illnesses.
I'm sure. And what are you doing now here in Los Angeles?
Oh, well, thank you. I'm here because the CEO of Make-A-Wish Los Angeles, Mike Califf, said that he would be happy to do something together. I do what's called the shared appeal, something that I created that we've done now in Australia, in London, and New Zealand and Miami. And now it's time for my home city, Los Angeles, for the community to give to where they live and to where they love. And I've had some incredible meetings this week with Rabbi David Barron and with Rabbi Wolpe, and schools. I've spoken to school children throughout the week, school children in the Valley and here in the city, because I was introduced as a child to Make-A-Wish. And when my brother passed, that is how I knew that I could do something in his honor. So there's nothing like getting into the minds and hearts of children. So I've been busy this week at many schools, many temples, and synagogues, spreading the word that Make-A-Wish Israel is here together with Make-A-Wish Los Angeles to grant wishes together.
You said before that you see it as part of the medical treatment.
It is.
And I understand there's a new research by world-renowned positive psychologist, Dr. Tal Ben Shahar,
Yes.
that scientifically research exactly that issue, whether or not it is helping in the medical treatment. Can you elaborate on it a little bit?
Certainly. Dr. Tal Ben Shahar is a good friend of the foundation, and together with Dr. Anat Shoshani, they have a wish impact study, the very first of its kind. It was actually done a few years ago, proving that wishes are not just nice to have, they're must-haves. It's part of the treatment. When a child knows that in a few months they'll see Messi, and they say to their doctors, I just can't do this anymore. No, Messi's waiting for you. Or a younger child will say, Mickey Mouse is waiting for you. It gives them a great deal of hope. Their eating improves. Everything is benefited. And that research has been translated now in 7 languages. It was done at the Reichman University, which was IDC. Congratulations to Reichman that it's now a university. All of my children studied there. And it's a powerful study, proving that wishes, the impact of a wish, and that wishes are helping save lives. Yes.
Let's watch Tal Ben Shahar talking about this research.
Wonderful. Some people say that our wishes are just too beautiful. They are beautiful, but they're also transformational. And today I'm here with Dr. Tal Ben Shahar to tell us why.
You know, I attended a few meetings of Make-A-Wish, and I was really struck by the kind of work that they did. And I asked Denise, so how can we help at Metiv Center? And she said, I want to do research. And when she first said that, I must say that my team and I, we were concerned. We were concerned that what if the research shows that it doesn't work, or doesn't work as well as they think? And yet they wanted to go ahead, which takes courage and, of course, a great deal of honesty and integrity. So we did the research, and we were amazed. What we did was we took over 60 kids, half of them in the control group, the other half were waiting for their wish, and we looked at physiological as well as psychological measures. And on every variable, every parameter, we saw improvement. You know, Denise, you often say that while doctors give the medicine, Make-A-Wish gives the magic.
It is magical. We come into the lives of these children in the most vulnerable time of their lives and ask them 4 questions. If you could be anything, what would that be? Or go anywhere, meet anyone, or receive anything, what would that be? And when a child says, I want a pirate ship, I want to be a pirate for a day, and we build a pirate ship in his backyard.
And when we looked at the research and the results, we asked ourselves, why? How does it work so well? And the answer, we believe, lies in the fact that participants exercise a different muscle than the one they're used to. They exercise the muscle of impossibility. Because to see Messi or to meet Clinton or for some kids to get an iPhone, that's in the realm of the impossible. And yet, when they actually get that, when they fulfill that wish, it becomes possible. Now, once they have turned one impossibility into a possibility, why not do it elsewhere? Why not also do it when it comes to the medical condition that they are treating?
And I thank you for assigning Dr. Anat Shoshani on this because she did a phenomenal job.
She did, and we're very grateful for this opportunity. Looking at this research, it makes me reconnect to why I do what I do. This particular project, the Make-A-Wish approach, is changing lives. This is the first time that research journal article has been published about Make-A-Wish, even though there has been research about it before. And what we really hope at the Metiv Center is that this will give a push to Make-A-Wish in Israel and around the world, because it is so important. And you know, magic is supposed to be outside the realm of scientific research. Well, this study shows that it's not. It actually happens.
We've been talking a lot about fulfilling these kids' wishes, but in the end, you're working with very sick children. How is it mentally? How do you cope with all of that?
Well, it's certainly not easy. My staff, they have a psychologist that speaks with them once a month because we have loss.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly do. There are children that time is not on their side. But we remember constantly that we gave them the greatest day of their life. And I see that today about 60% of the children do make it. And I'd say 40% do not make it. But the statistics are so much better. And I'm very grateful for that. So that's why we need everyone's help.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to make sure that every eligible child receives a wish in Los Angeles and in Israel.
Amazing. And I know every case is special and every case stays with you forever. But can you tell us about one or two special cases that you remember?
Of course. One of my favorite, and it's wish number 34. And like I said, we've done almost 5,000 wishes, is a wish of Yoni Dotan, the son of Dudu Dotan, the great actor that passed away. Dudu was on our board for 13 years, by the way. Yoni, he was 16 years old at the time and said that he wanted to meet President Clinton. And it was remarkable that he said that. It was our first president wish since we've done other presidents. But when the White House wrote us and said, what gift will he be bringing? I suggested that perhaps he should give him a shirt that says, I met Yoni Dotan. Because I had heard at a conference that somebody did that with Bush.
Nice.
And so he gave it to the president and said, I want you to wear this. And lo and behold, I'll certainly send a picture so you can see the audience that he wore a shirt jogging with Chelsea in the park, that he wore the shirt and everyone said, who is Yoni Dotan? So that wish put us on the map. It truly did. And I guess another wish that is so reflective of what Dr. Tal Ben Shahar said is Ella, 7-year-old Ella, that said, I want to go and meet the cast of Les Miserables. 7 years old. Why Les Miserables? Because her brothers and sisters that were older than her brought back a CD of Les Miserables, and she listened to it when she was getting treatment. Mm-hmm. She not only went to see them, they asked everyone after the play to leave the audience, and just her family sat in the audience, and they all came out and clapped for her. After her wish, she said, if I can wish for this and have it come true, then who says I can't be healthy? Wish to be healthy. And it's exactly what Dr. Tal Ben Shahar said. So he was just like, thrilled that she was saying his words. So I think those are two wishes that I think about a lot, but every wish is special.
Nice. We have a short video of Ella.
Oh, wonderful.
And I will have our audiences to watch it now.
שלום, קוראים לי אלה, אני בת 8.5 ואני גרה בראש העין. גילו לי את המחלה בערך שהייתי בת 7, אבל המחלה הייתה בגוף שלי בערך 2 קודם. ושגילו אותה פשוט רציתי לעצור את העולם, כי כשמגלים מחלה כזאת, אתה אפילו לא יכול לדמיין מה אתה תעבור, ואם היא תעבור לך ואם היא תחזור, וישר שאמרו לי, יש לך גידול, פשוט אמרתי, למה? למה זה דווקא קורה לי? מה אני עשיתי רע שמגיע לי את זה? כעסתי על מי שאמר לי את זה, כעסתי על הרופא שיבחן את זה, כעסתי על מי שבכלל לא הייתי צריכה לכעוס עליו. כעסתי על כולם, אפילו טיפה על עצמי. לידי, בגלל שאני ילדה קטנה, הם נראו אופטימיים, אבל כשהסתכלתי עליהם ממש, הרגשתי שהם ממש רוצים לבכות, ודווקא עכשיו התפקיד שלי הוא לנחם אותם ולהגיד שהכל בסדר. ואני הגעתי למסקנה שראיתי שיש ילדים שרק נולדו וכבר יש להם סרטן, ואמרתי, הילדים האלו לא עשו שום דבר רע, אז באמת זה כנראה אולי רק מבחן שנותנים לנו לראות אם החוזק שלנו גדול או קטן. אני זוכרת שבאה הנציגה של מיקוויש לראיין אותי, אז מיד עלה לי בראש משלה, שלפני כמה שנים ראיתי מחזמר, הוא נהיה לי המחזמר הכי יפה בעולם, כי זה מחזמר עצוב אבל עם סוף שמח. וידעתי שהמשאלה הראשונה שלי היא לפגוש את השחקנים של המחזמר ולצפות בו. הייתה התרגשות גדולה מאוד. פגשתי אותם וקודם כל הייתי שמחה כשראיתי אותם, ובעיקר הייתי נבוכה. הנה הפוסטר הגדול, יש לי פוסטר גדול ופוסטר קטן. הנה הוא, זה הפוסטר הגדול שכולם חתמו לי עליו. והנה פה כל החתימות. המשאלה נתנה לי בעצם כוח של אם את תסיימי ותגידי לגוף שלך להצליח, אז את תדעי שיש לך עוד הפתעה שמחכה, אז את חייבת להשיג את ההפתעה הזאת. אז ממש ניסיתי להילחם, וכולם חשבו שאני לא סובלת וזה, אבל היו רגעים שפשוט סבלתי, אבל לא הראיתי את זה כי נשארתי שמחה מהמשאלה. כי בעצם אני יודעת, מגשימים לי משאלה, אז למה שלא יגשימו לי את המשאלה שאני אבריא? אם מגשימים לי משאלה אחת, יגשימו לי בטוח גם את השנייה.
Denise, I want to thank you for coming here today to speak with us, to share with us this sacred work that you're doing. My wish is that you'll be able to continue fulfilling these wishes in Israel, in Los Angeles, and all over the world.
Thank you.
And tell us, how can people get involved? Because I'm sure a lot of audiences hearing these amazing stories would want to.
Well, thank you so much. They could go into our website, which is makeawish.org.il, or just look up Make-A-Wish Israel. And in the website, there'll be an area for the shared appeal, where they can press that website, and it takes you to granting wishes in Israel and in Los Angeles. We will have events coming up throughout the year of next year, and we will certainly be inviting them. It would be fantastic if you could continue to support us and write about us so people can have the opportunity. I think it's one of the most beautiful and selfish things that I do in my life, because it gives me so much more, I think, sometimes than it gives the children. To give is one of the greatest gifts of all. We were born to fulfill our dreams and wishes. And when we can do that of a sick child, then there's nothing greater. Thank you.
I salute you for your life project and for your legacy.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much.